So I've been on a listening kick of mk.gee, Dijon, and a lot more of that dream pop area. So today we're gonna make a dream pop song, definitely in that style. But before we do, I want to give a huge thank you to Orangewood Guitars for sending me this. This is the Del Sol Baritone. It is a collaboration between Orangewood, which they sent me this rubber bridge in the past. I use it all the time on the channel. Josh Forrest from Treetone Guitars is one of my absolute favorite guitar builders. And when I heard that they were collaborating on this, I knew that it would be one of the best guitars that I could ever get my hands on. So if you want to get your hands on a Del Sol, the link is in the description. I'd rather let the playing speak more than anything that I could say about this guitar, because it is seriously one of my favorites that I've ever had in my hands. Let's hop into Logic and let's craft out a song. All right, I'm gonna build this whole idea off of this voice memo I got the other day. I was just playing around with a riff, just some open chords, and this is what I came up with. And then later I had this little melody, which I'm gonna have to change up because it's way too close to Robbers by the 1975. This is the melody. I'm trying, it's in my head, I'm trying to work it out. But yeah, that's really all the idea that I have so far. So let's go ahead and map out the structure, and then I'm gonna write the song. And then once pre-production is done, we're going to add the production. And for my structure, the sound that I'm gathering, this is just something I do to build out the structure. I probably won't be using any of these sounds that I'm choosing right now. This is just something to kind of fill the space so I can move and basically build like Lego pieces for my whole structure that I can write to. All right, I think that structure feels pretty good. It's a pretty simple pop structure. Nothing too fancy or complicated. I am real quick just going to add drums underneath that. And this is just something I'm doing pretty quickly. For this, I'm actually going to use a preset from my Dream Pop pack. Say that 5 times fast. This is called the Lost VHS kit. Just to give it some more backbeat. And normally at this point, this is where I'd start writing lyrics, but I'm not really feeling a lyrical melody. I thought something would come by now. So what I'm gonna do is actually plug in the guitar and just noodle around and kind of see what comes about. And then for this guitar sound, I'm definitely going for the mk.gee vibe. So I have this preset I put together, again, from the same Dream Pop pack called the Broken Cassette. So what's really cool about the Del Sol is it has this phase switch right here, which basically does like the Strat effect with these two P90s. So just listening to it, that's with it off. And then this is it with it on. It's got that like really cool quacky tone that I love with mk.gee. So let's just play around with it and see what we can make just kind of jamming off of it. All right, some lyrics are starting to come. No, I can't figure you out. No wish I could. Drowning now. I look good, I look good, I look good. wishing that I had just a little more clue. And looking at that I'm right, and I'm wondering. But let's go ahead and move forward with the guitar production now, and let's just layer over top of everything we have so far, because I want this to be a really guitar focused song, right? I think I can do that chorus a little better. All right, I'm gonna double track this, and I think I'm gonna hard pan these left and right just for now. But again, I really want this to feel big and spacey. I was not paying attention at all. Didn't even realize that it went to the chorus. All right, I'm gonna try this other preset called the Crunch cassette. Let's do another one. All right, I just added the magic switch in a summing stack for both of these, and this is what it sounds like before the magic switch. And with. So I'm just gonna listen for a second and see what is missing here, what can I add, where do we go from here? I'm definitely missing something in the mid-high to high frequency area. So I'm gonna add some kind of melody to that. I'm gonna try out this dash of color preset again from the Dream Pop Logic preset pack. I'm just gonna play around and see what I can do. That sounds cool. I'd like to add a little more distortion on top of that though. Let's just try it out. It might not work, but let's just see. I think that actually worked out pretty well. Just gonna clean up some more of that low end. I can do that whole little solo section better. That feels good, and I just want to add a little more atmosphere. So I'm going to try out this chilled out space preset. All right, and I'm going to add just a little more of deeper crunch on both sides. And I'm gonna use this bottom heavy, which it's kind of like the DI chorus sound, but with an octave under it. And when you play chords into it, and I'm gonna try to just play power chords over it, because I really want the richness and depth of this. Wow, I just got a freaking splitting headache, dude. I'm gonna keep pushing on through. If the headache gets worse, then I'm just gonna take a break. Damn it. Starting to make little mistakes. Just shake it off, clean it up. Come on, man. All right. I am going to move on from guitars just for a little bit. I'll be coming back to them later. But I think I want to just work on the drums for a little bit. This headache is not going away, brother. So I like that. It feels like it has motion, but it's super simple, especially with that little offbeat. I think for the chorus, I'm gonna do sort of the same thing for the bass beat, mainly because I want this to feel like it's a drum machine, and we're kind of just jamming along with it. So let's get back into this and we'll record the bass beat, and we'll layer. Am I in mono? I'm in mono. I just realized I've been in mono this whole time. And then what happens if we layer that maybe with this super 80s kit? This might not work, it might work, but this is just like a cracked out Lindrum. Let's just try it. So I'm definitely gonna take out some of this clickiness on the kick drum. I just want to kind of layer it under there. Everything's feeling really mumble jumbled together right now. All right, I'm gonna work on the bass now, which the bass I actually really liked in this structure. What preset was this? The Crunchy FM piano. I really like the sound of this bass. In the wrong notes anyway. All right, my headache is not letting up at all. I'm gonna take a quick little break, probably get some sunshine, do some other work, and I'll come back to this in a little bit. I just really need to get out of that cloud, so. All right, so I am back. Mad for now. So got some work done, had some lunch, mowed the lawn. I'm feeling pretty good about coming back to the project. I didn't think about it at all, which that's kind of like my #1 tip for if you are stuck on working on something. Give yourself a break where you're not thinking about the thing that you're stuck on like at all. And it's not just about music. Like, you know, if you're at work and you have, I don't know, some kind of thing that you're having a hard time with, or if you are arguing with someone that you disagree with, anytime that you feel yourself just superheated, man, doing something else is the best thing that you can do. It's how you recharge yourself. It's how you keep fresh. So I feel charged up. I feel fresh. Let's go ahead and get back into the project. I'll probably start adding some synths. Then I have to add a guitar solo, and then of course vocals. I went ahead and did a pretty light mix of this, and something that I tend to do when mixing, or rather something that I don't really do when mixing, I try not to process too much, because all these sounds that I started off here with, like most of these sounds were pretty good sounds to begin with. So when you start with good sounds and sounds that aren't muddy in certain frequencies and they just work on their own, it makes the mixing process much easier, because really all I have to do to mix this isn't anything with like EQ or compression. It's more so about just leveling. And I think that's what like 70% of mixing is. It's about leveling. So I'm just gonna find some like very 80s sounds just to kind of layer in here. Oh, if I could include this in there, we are golden. I don't know how to play the underwater Mario theme. I'm gonna put the magic dice on here from Baby Audio. This is free. I love this plugin so much, especially if you're, I wouldn't say stuck, but if you have just a basic sound, this is a great way to just change something completely. It's a randomizer between like modulation, delay, and reverb. Ooh, I like that. Maybe I can follow that melody. This might be kind of cool. Might be a little too bright though. And then on the other side, I'm gonna do the harmony to that. Oh, I need to listen to that closer. There's like 4 different harmonies going on in it because of that 7th on it. Let's make a track stack. And first I'm just gonna EQ it to where it doesn't feel as high focused in there. It feels a little more natural. That sounds better. I think I'm gonna put Arturia's Tate Mellowfy over that too. And I think I gotta start freezing some tracks. There's a lot of processing going on. My computer starts to run a little slower than it usually does. While this is freezing, I keep hearing this melody in my head. All right, so I don't know if it is going to work. I just pulled up this broken cassette lead, which is again, just that same broken cassette preset, just kind of fitted to a more lead. All right, can't even hear it. It actually works a lot better than I thought it would. That was kind of cool. I'm gonna try that again, but just get it cleaner. And I really like those hits in there. Probably gonna do the stereo as well. Nope, I can do it better. Nope, that's not it, man. Might sound better with the coil split there. Let me do it one more time. Good job. All right, I dialed back some of that fuzz and that sounds a lot better there. All right, I think this is gonna be kind of a hard transition, but I'm gonna try. So let's see. Nope. Not good enough. No, I have had to have done something different. I just played it differently. That's what it is. I was really close to getting it. Let's just take it from there. Nope. Oh, this is much harder than it has to be. I did it. Let's see if I can do it again. Got the 2 hits. So close. I thought I could get it. Nope. Yeah, I think I got it. Everything just really feels muddied together. Man, I am not liking this too much. I love the sounds. I think the sounds are cool. I just think I'm at a point where all of these sounds are competing. Ooh, this is not a great place to be. All right, so I just took a quick mix because I'm adding far too many layers and the layers are competing with each other and it's causing a very disruptive performance. So I'm gonna get rid of these low guitars here. It feels a little better, but still it's a little too cramped. Definitely feeling just a little tense about it right now because, you know, I know not all songs can be great songs. To have that expectation is completely silly. All right, we're gonna make bad songs once in a while. I'm just worried about just sticking the landing in general. So I'm just gonna take my mind off of it a little bit and I'm gonna add the solo and then I'm gonna add vocals and just kind of give it a second and see what is going on, what we can do. Man, that's so gnarly. All right, wasn't a fan of that. Felt kind of just, yeah, let's try something else. We're getting closer. Man. Nah, man. Ugh. Dude, you're trying too much. I'm not sticking anything. I always recommend that when you're trying to craft a guitar solo, you have like some kind of anchor point, and then in between those anchor points, that's where you can be a little more expressive. So like in this, I know my anchor point is. So in between that and in other areas, that's where I can kind of just be a little more expressive with it. But I'm not sticking the anchor points. That's the problem. I ran out of notes. It's getting closer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think that was it. I think that was it. Let's add some vocals, which, truth be told, I have not really been looking forward to. Vocals are always the most stressful part about making these videos. And I talk about it a lot. And the more I talk about it, the more I get some really good insight from some of you guys who are much better singers than I am. So appreciate you guys. I mean, I've been singing for, you know, a long time now. And I'm much used to live singing. And I remember once my parents bought me studio time when I was like 15. So I could record a demo and put a band together. Dad asked the engineer, he was like, now like he sounds not great recorded, but he sounds good live. Is that normal? And I know my dad had the absolute best intention by asking that question, but he was absolutely right. Like it's so different. So I guess let's just jump into it. And I wish I had a clue how to make sense out of this when I'm doing all I can, but it's a swing and a miss. When they're waking up, feel like such a chore. My glass is already full, I keep on pouring more. Ooh, Oh, I do not like this at all. Holy shit, I don't like this at all. Is it the microphone? I don't know. Oh, this is way more rough than I hoped it would be. Oh, maybe we just try a different microphone. And I wish I had a clue how to make sense out of this when I'm doing all I can, but it's a swing and a miss. Shit, yeah, I really don't like this. Oh no. Oh, God bless. Yeah, I really, I really don't want to finish the song. I don't know. I feel really uncomfortable with it. All right, I'm going to take another break, I guess. I really wanted to finish the song today, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I don't know. There's just something, I just feel so insecure and kind of isolated, to be honest with you. I don't know. All right. So it is the next day. And man, I had a pretty deep conversation with my wife last night about how stuck I am with this stupid song. But I think I figured it out, because what I realized is I'm escaping what the song is asking to be at its core. Yeah, I know I filmed like me adding drums and percussion and like completely changing the vibe of the track, but I need to be much more simple about this. Like, it's a powerful song, at least sounding song on its own. And I think I'm just being too flashy, too layer focused, and I'm not really doing things out of necessity or simplicity. I'm overcomplicating it. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm just going to add the vocals, make sure that the most simple parts of this song are speaking, and then wrap up the song, because holy hell, I'm ready to be done with it. All right, so I started rewriting, and I think I'm on a better page with what I'm trying to do. Let's just take a swing. Last little line there needs to be different. Can't seem to shake it off. Feeling stuck in my ways. In a room with no walls. Just headspace. And I wish I had a clue how to make sense out of this. But I'm doing all I can, but it's swing and a miss. And I'm pushing more and more, just like you taught me to do. Want to be less like me and be more like you. Want to be less like me and be more like you. That was bad. And I wish I had a clue how to make sense out of this. But I'm doing all I can, but it's swing and a miss. All right, so I am done. No, I still don't like it. I'm really tired of this song. I'm just really looking forward to this video being done. Yeah, I mean, again, thinking about it, like, I wanted like a triumphant return, and I wanted to just come back and be like, look how much better I made this song, right? But moral of the story is, not all songs do that. Some songs just kind of suck, and they're just going to suck. Or, you know, maybe someone else thinks it's good, but I'm not feeling it. And that is totally okay. You're gonna write bad songs, it's inevitable. But let's go ahead and mix it, and then we'll take a listen. Can't seem to shake it off.
Can't tell what's really me. Feels I'm counting my days. You're growing faster now, at a different pace. And I wish I had a clue how to make sense out of this. When I'm doing all I can, but it's swing and a miss. And I'm pushing more and more, just like you taught me to do. Want to be less like me and be more like you. Wish I had a clue how to make sense out of this. When I'm doing all I can, but it's swing and a miss. And I'm pushing more and more, just like you taught me to do. Want to be less like me and be more like you.
All right, so final thoughts. I don't prefer it. It's not my favorite song I've made. Definitely one of the worst songs on the channel. Yeah, I don't know. I just, the energy was just so low the whole time. I don't know if I just wasn't in the right headspace while I was doing that or what. But yeah, like I said, it just feels uninspired. And I feel like that really comes across in the song as well. But you make some good songs, you make some bad songs. The show must go on. I want to thank you so much for watching this and for hanging around, especially lately. You guys have given me the ability to kind of be a little more open about the creative process and about my creative process. And because of that, I'm able to start exploring other areas and just continuing to work on my craft. And if you want to level up your craft, I actually have a production boot camp where over 90 days, you're gonna unlock lessons, you're gonna get one-on-one mentoring. And my goal is to completely change the way that you create. So I wanna help you get to a place where your songs can be done, where you can be comfortable enough to release them. So if you're interested in that, link is in the description. Also, thank you one more time to Orangewood and Treetone for sending over this incredible instrument. I know it's a bit hypocritical for the guy with guitars all over his wall to say gear doesn't matter, but the few weeks that I've had this guitar now has been incredibly influential. And I feel just so many new ideas coming out all the time because I have something that is different now. And it's opening up a whole range essentially to different creative possibilities. And this is one absolutely beautiful instrument. It feels incredible. It's very versatile. If you guys want one for yourselves, pick it up. Link is in the description. And until next time, I will see you in the next video. Peace.